Yeah, I want to go and dive into Gravediggaz.
Copy.
Can you, like, what spawned that project? Was it already something in your mind in the Wu-Tang beginnings?
No, the Gravediggaz is a brainchild of Prince Paul.
Okay.
So the Gravediggaz, Prince Paul, super producer. Hold on, let's toast Prince Paul.
No, Prince Paul is amazing. He's a genius.
Toast.
He's a genius.
I don't think he get enough. You know,
now we need him on drinks.
Yeah.
Come on, Paul, release it. Because was Gravediggaz? I'm sorry, I'm rushing the question, but was Gravediggaz considered the first harbor rap?
Considered, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Were you considering it that, like, horrorcore? Was it a thing to you guys doing that?
No, I think like we don't name our shit. We didn't even name hip hop.
The media called it horrorcore.
The media called it horrorcore. We don't name it, you know that.
Right.
But it was his brainchild. He worked on Tommy Boy. With De La. He had a lot of success and things like that.
That's right.
Look, I met Prince Paul when I was doing Prince Rakim. The hi-hats on my first single was done by Prince Paul. I never used to use hi-hats.
Wow.
Even some of the Wu, you go, well, this dude ain't put the hi-hats in. Right? Paul was like, nah, you need hi-hats. You know what I mean? To keep the time. But he thought about it and he said three of his favorite MCs was Fuquan for Stethasonic.
Right. Which he was a part of.
Prince Rakim, who didn't make it at the time, and Too Poetic, from Too Poetic, right? He thought as lyricists that he just loved us as that. And so this is before Wu-Tang. I'm working on Wu-Tang.
Right.
My own business, my own company, all that. I'm doing that. But I'm going to Long Island 3 times a week to Prince Paul's house.
Wow.
For Gravediggaz.
For Gravediggaz.
So it's parallel.
It's parallel.
Wow.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that Prince Paul is Prince Paul.
Right.
I admired him. I think Prince Paul, out of all producers in all reality, he's the father of the hip hop skit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, seriously.
His albums are crazy.
So even though we did our skits with Kung Fu movies and Wu-Tang is known for their skits, Dr. Dre is known for his skits. Prince Paul is the father.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, seriously, those De La albums.
Yeah.
Potholes in my lawn and all that. I forgot that.
Those
Prince
albums,
Paul.
though,
Yeah.
they were journeys within themselves.
Right.
So, anyway, so he thought of bringing us together. Now, as far as it being Gravediggaz, that wasn't what it's going to be. He don't know what we're going to create.
Okay.
But at that time, I was in a very dark space. Right? So if you go back and check hip hop, I created the Fangs. All right? But the Fangs came from a dream. All right? When I was young, 9, 10 years old, the vampires kidnapped me. Okay? They threw me in a bag. And they carried me, and the dude had a crazy dog with him, too. His dog was silver. You know what I mean? Imagine a silver dog.
Right.
And he was vicious, yo.
With a vampire.
With a vampire.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I like the vampire women. You know what I mean? Because everybody like vampire women. But you know, and they threw me to the women. And then when I became a vampire, I had metal teeth. And so now I'm doing this, and I'm like, I got it. I'm gonna bring that shit to reality. You know what I mean? And so I told the jeweler to make the Fangs. We going Gravediggaz, we going Resurrector. So me, Paul, Fuquan, and Poetic, you know, we brainstormed on it and we thought about what it's gonna be. And we said, yo, the Gravediggaz. But the Gravediggaz had another context. It was like, why be a gravedigger? Well, according to Malcolm X, he said, our people are mentally dead. So if our people are mentally dead, that means we got to dig them back up and bring them to life. So that's why you see the pick, the sickle, and the shovel. The sickle cuts the grass, the pick breaks the wood, and the shovel digs them up. You got the Grim Reaper, the Gatekeeper, the Undertaker, and me. I bring you back to life. The Resurrector brings it back to life.
Right. I want to say, just to reiterate, I think what's dope is that it was parallel to Wu-Tang. It wasn't like Prince Paul came in and said, oh, because of Wu-Tang, let's do this.
Nah.
It was parallel, and it worked out beautifully.
Yeah.
It looked like, from the outside looking in, it looked like Gravediggaz came after
Right,
Wu-Tang.
right,
Outside
right.
of it.
Outside
Yeah,
looking
it
in,
does,
yeah.
yeah,
Nah,
right.
it was
Yeah.
parallel. And even that second album, when we did Wu-Tang Forever, we had the whole studio complex, American Studio in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did both albums at the same time. This album and Wu-Tang Forever is done at the exact same time. I got everybody living at remember the Oakwoods in Cali?
Okay, yeah,
Cali?
yeah.
So we got 20, 30 apartments in the Oakwoods.
Right.
Gravediggaz fly in, entire Wu fly in, Sons of Man fly in, and we just Killer Priest flies in. We just in the studio just making music, and then Wu-Tang Forever becomes the album, and the Gravediggaz become the album.
And to be fair, Prince Paul was already a legend too.
Yeah.
Super
Yes.
legend.
Yeah.
And Fuquan.
Yeah.
Fuquan made that, and ain't nothing like hip-hop
Yeah, yeah.
music. That's Fuquan.
Yeah.
All right?